Hello, welcome to the third and hopefully final video of your project called Field of. We have our background, we have our first object. We're going to repeat it many, many times. But first, before I start moving things around, I want to lock in that background. I'm happy with it. Actually, I just need to move that green over just a little bit. I'm going to select that rectangle and just scooch it over a little bit. Oh, darn it. Looks like it's just not quite big enough. Well, I'll teach you how to fix that in just a moment. But I want to lock these down so that they're not moving over all over the place. So select your first rectangle. And look right up here. There's a teeny little lock sign. And that's lock all. I just want to lock that individual layer. Yep, that's right. Click on your ground and click lock. And now you can't move them around. They're stuck. It says could not use the move tool because the layer is locked. Yep, that's right. That's good. We want that. Okay, select your tree or your object. We need to duplicate it because we're going to be making a bunch. Remember, this is our reference. We're going to make them higher up, smaller, smaller, smaller. You need to right click on this little, it's called a thumbnail over here. So I'm just going to right click on it right now. 1, 2, 3, right click. And there's a bunch of options. Whoa, look at all those options. Oh my gosh, I know it's overwhelming, but look for the one that says duplicate layer. That just means copy it and make another one. I clicked OK and it's saying, what do you want to call it? I don't want to call it tree 1 copy, I want to call it tree 2. And click OK. There's my tree 2. But wait, I don't see it on here. Let's look at our thumbnails real closely and notice, hey, it's in the exact same spot. I have it selected. I have my move tool. All I have to do is take that and drag it over the other side. Haha. There it is. There's tree 2. They're both the same size. Looks great. They're both the same height. So let's go ahead and duplicate that one. I right-clicked, duplicate layer. And we need to call it tree 3 and click OK. And there it is, there's tree 3. I'm ready to start getting these to be smaller and higher up. So if you'll notice, the cows get smaller and smaller as they get farther away until there's these teeny tiny little cows in the distance. So we need to make our tree smaller so it looks like it's in the distance. It's harder than Illustrator. There's a few steps. We need to have the right layer selected, and we need to go to Edit, Transform, Scale, and scale it down. Remember, don't squish it. I will mark you down points. Don't squish it. Hold down Shift, and there we go. There's a nice smaller size. Move it to the spot you want it. I want mine to be, about here. And when you're happy, click back on the Move tool, or any other tool really. I'm just going to click back on Move, and it says, are you sure? Do you want to apply it? Yes, I want to apply it. Now something wonky is happening here. This tree is supposed to be in the background, but hey, it's overlapping this tree. Oh no, that's not good. We need to take this tree and put it behind this tree. So I need to take it and pull it all the way down here under 2. In fact, I need to take tree 1 and pull it all the way to the top. You should be numbering your layers as you go because then it's really easy to see. 1 should be on top, then 2, then 3. I'm going to show you my other example. Here's all my different layers. Tree 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm scrolling down 5, 6, 7. Oops, whoa. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then there's my rectangles in the background. Okay, that's what we're going for. Let's take tree 3, right click, duplicate layer, rename it, and I'm ready to move around tree 4. I could move it right over here so it's just barely popping out. Okay, or I could move it way over here, be really subtle. And let's arrange it so that it's underneath tree 3. And now it's time for you to practice just duplicating over and over. I want you to make a lot of different copies of this tree, okay? So we talked about how the cows get smaller and smaller and smaller, but do you notice that as I point at the cows with my cursor, they get higher and higher on the page? This cow is really high up on the page. It's almost up to the top of the page because it's so far away. This cow is really far down. Look at how far down its feet are, almost touching the bottom of the page. So one of the rules that we're learning here, besides that objects get smaller and smaller as they get farther away, is that they get higher and higher up as they get farther away. Something to think about here. I'm going to take tree 5, arrange it to the right spot. I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Scale, and I am going to make it smaller. But I don't want it to be way down here. That's really weird looking. Now it just looks like a tiny baby tree up next to this one. So if you're going to get smaller, you have to also get higher up. I'm going to duplicate it just a couple more times. Hopefully I don't bore you too much as I do this process. Tree 6, there it is. And I'm just going to make it really, really small. I'm going to go Edit, Transform, Scale. This one is the super far away one. And make sure it's the highest up so that it looks like it's the farthest back. And once you have at least 6 objects, I have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's kind of the bare minimum, but there's still a bunch of empty space that I could fill in. Then you can start to select this tree, move it around, select that tree, move it around. Ooh, I like that a little bit better. Okay, select this tree, move it around so that you can really see, so that it looks like a field of something, a field of trees. All right. Once you're all done, once it's all situated, once you have looked at your grading rubric and made sure that the front objects overlap the back objects, that objects get smaller as they get farther back, that close-up objects are low, far objects are high, and then it just generally looks beautiful and finished and unique, you're ready to save it. File, Save As. We're going to save it to your desktop, name it Field of something, whatever, and see how it ends with PSD. That means it's a Photoshop file. That's awesome. And we can click Save, which I'm not going to do right now. And then we're going to go File. We can export it. We can do the PNG. We can save for web, but I think that if we just go File, Save As, it gives us JPEG. We can just do File, Save As. We don't have to do that darn export thing. Isn't that nice? So many good choices. Please choose a JPEG because you have to upload JPEGs to Google Classroom. So you'll have 2. You'll have your Photoshop, you'll have your JPEG, and you will turn them into Google Classroom. This project is due in about 3 days.